So, busy, busy, busy. It's that time of year again where in England people like me are getting ready to leave their higher education courses at college and move on to maybe university or other things in life, whereas people like my sister, a couple of years younger, get ready to leave school, they're doing their exams, it's pretty intense. And at the same time everyone's kind of getting ready, getting geared up for the nice weather that's coming and the great British summer. So, in contrast to this rather dreary weather we're having over here, I'm going to review the comedy film Hot Rod, which was released in 2007. Hot Rod was created by the group The Lonely Island, who you probably know as doing things like I Jizz in My Pants, that song, another I'm on a Boat, etc, etc. They're pretty cool guys, they do a lot of stuff. You can find their YouTube page and they've got some random stuff on there, it's pretty funny. And The Lonely Island consists of 3 people mainly, and that's Akiva Schaffer, who directed the film and had a cameo role at some point in it, and the other 2 are Andy Samberg and John Matacone, and they are in the film, they act in the film, and they're supposed to be stepbrothers. The general plot of the film is that Andy Samberg plays Rod, who is a self-proclaimed stuntman, and Rod, his father died, an anonymous stuntman. He did things like testing jumps before Evel Knievel did it to make sure they were safe. And Rod's really into this idea of being a stuntman and kind of living his father's legacy. So Rod has his little crew that consists of people like Bill Hader, who plays a guy called Dave, and Danny McBride, who plays a guy called Rico. They both act in films like Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder, and then later on in the film, Rod's love interest, Denise, who's played by Isla Fisher, is recruited into the crew. Isla Fisher, she's married to the guy who played Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen. She was also in things like Confessions of a Shopaholic, which I did watch, and it's actually not that bad. So, Rod's got his crew, everything's trying to go good, they're just, fucking about, having a good time, trying to do stunts. It's just generally really, really funny. But then it turns out that Rod's stepfather, Frank, has a serious heart condition, and the insurance won't cover it because he's too high risk. And so Frank is probably going to die. There's a conveniently priced surgery, which is 50 grand, which would be able to get him a new heart, but how are they going to get the money together? Oh, well, because Rod hates Frank so much and wants to prove to Frank, that his stepfather, that he is a man and have Frank respect him, he's like, I will get you a new heart, Frank, we're going to raise the money, I will get you better, and then I'm going to beat you to death. And so the rest of the film consists of the crew trying to get the money to get Frank's surgery. Yeah, that I can't tell you much more without giving it away. But yeah, it's a really good film. I really enjoyed it, and it's just really funny. It's one of my favourites. Hot Rod, Tropic Thunder, Pineapple Express, Step Brothers are 4 of my favourite comedy films anyway. You should watch it with a big group of people, and then from months on you'll be just quoting it because it's so funny. There's so many good parts and memorable quotes and just stuff like that. It's really worth a watch. The acting, well, they kind of don't take it very seriously. It's not like serious acting. It's kind of taking the piss out of acting. So it's good in that sense, but they're not trying. I can tell. I'm pretty sure that people like Andy Samberg could actually be really good at acting, but in this film he kind of does take the piss a bit and go over the top in sections. But that doesn't matter because that's all upkeeping with the film's general theme. Directing by Akiva Schaffer, that's just really good. He's kind of quite behind the scenes in this film, but it's just really well done. He tells the story well. The plot and screenplay, like I said, is really good. And yes, it's just all just really worth watching. If you've seen films like Tropic Thunder, Talladega Nights, etc, etc, films of that kind of thing, and you enjoyed them and you haven't seen this, definitely watch it. If you're into comedy films and you feel like having a laugh with a group of friends, or if you want a party film kind of thing, get this. Even if you're on your own, seriously, this will lighten your mood. Even with shit English weather like this film makes me happy. It's really good, and I definitely say it's worth watching. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Obviously, if you don't like comedy films, it's going to be a lot lower. It does what it intends to do, it makes you laugh. It's quotable and it's an enjoyable experience to watch. So, overview. Hot Rod, released in 2007, directed by Akiva Schaffer, starring people like Andy Samberg and other members of The Lonely Island, is fucking good and you should watch it. And I'm gonna... well, I'm not really gonna do anything, but that's kind of the end of the review. So, goodbye.